Welcome to Grapple FK, everyone. We are covering one of the more interesting fights on this card. It's on the prelims, but it's Francisco Trinaldo against Muslim Salikhov, the king of Kung Fu. I can't say Francisco's nickname. Andrew, do you want to have a go at that?
Masaranduba.
Masaranduba. So Francisco, he's been around for ages. A very durable fighter. He's pretty much good all around. I can't remember when he joined the UFC now, but I think he's 42, Andrew? He's very old.
42, yep.
Very old. Muslim Salikhov, or as Andrew and I call him, Salkihov. Excuse us for that. We may refer to him as Salkihov throughout the video. He's had something ridiculous, 200 wushu and kickboxing fights. It's a ridiculous figure. And he's won a high percentage of those. I think he's won 185. And a lot of those wins have come via knockout. So a very high level striker. Doesn't throw much volume in the UFC, in the cage, but very good counters, very high level striker. He's also quite old. I think he's 37 or 38. He has good takedown defense, but he's not, interestingly enough, he's from Dagestan, Russia, but he doesn't really have a wrestling base. He's got good takedown defense. What do you think of this matchup, Andrew?
Well, I think it was about this time last year was it? I can't remember. When Muslim Salkihov was going to make his debut, we identified this guy as someone with fantastic counter punching, very fast hands, and he knocks a lot of people out. He's got a couple of knockouts in the UFC. He's an interesting kind of striker because he comes forward, he pushes the pace, he'll kind of cut you off, but he doesn't go first, which is quite unusual. Because typically, if you're the guy going forward, you're throwing hands. Yeah. He'll go forward, but wait for you to throw something, and then he'll counter you, which is quite unusual. Now, against a certain kind of level of fighter, that works really well. The guy comes forward. Maybe he's a little bit slower than Muslim Salikhov. Maybe he's, his technique isn't all that great, and Muslim Salikhov catches you and puts you down. And when he does that, he looks absolutely fantastic. The problem with being a counter puncher is that at some point you've got to go first if you want to win most of your fights. Because if you're a counter puncher, you're waiting for that opportunity, and the opportunity may never come. And then if it doesn't come, you'll lose on points. Exactly. That's the problem he's got. And as he fights better and better competition, he's going to find that more and more. Whether Francisco Trinaldo is the kind of guy to give him those problems, I'm not so sure. Because I think Trinaldo kind of plays into his game plan a little bit, because he loves to come forward. He loves to throw hands. He loves to get in your face, throw big bombs. And there may well be an opening for Salikhov to counter him and knock him out. But of course, he's got to avoid the big shots. Trinaldo throws quite a lot of volume. He's aggressive. He hits hard. And again, he can knock anybody out on his day.
Amazing chin as well. Don't think he's ever been KO'd.
That's true. Yeah. So another challenge for Salikhov there.
It should be noted that I think this is his first fight at welterweight, or his second fight at welterweight. So Salikhov's going to be considerably bigger than him.
The thing is, Trinaldo's definitely going to be shorter. 5'9" at welterweight is short.
Yeah.
Salikhov's 5'11". Weight-wise, they may well be similar kind of weight. Because remember, in his last fight, Trinaldo had trouble with a weight cut.
Yeah, so I think he weighed. Sorry to interrupt. He weighed in at 160.
Okay.
Which is
that's quite a big miss. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a huge miss. Yeah.
So naturally, he may actually be a welterweight.
Yeah, I mean, I think Salikhov's still a bigger guy than him.
Yes, Salikhov is 5'11". He's quite chunky, quite a thick
he's a
torso.
Chunky dude. Yeah, he's a chunky dude. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. In terms of the actual sophistication of the striking, I think it has to go to Salikhov, particularly in the counter striking. Also like those spinning kicks that he does.
Yeah, he's got like 4 KOs from that spinning kick in his MMA career.
Yeah, those spinning kicks are lethal. Yeah. But you're more of the BJJ ground game expert. What do you think in terms of ground game? I know Muslim's got very good takedown defense. I think it's around 80%. It's improved a lot. But what about Francisco's ground game? I know he submitted a few people, and I know that Muslim's been submitted before.
Well, Muslim Salikhov has got 2 losses, and both were via submission. So I don't think his jiu-jitsu
is that in the UFC or in his MMA career?
I think one was in the UFC.
Yeah, Alex Garcia. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think his BJJ is all that hot. Trinaldo, now, I'm sure at some point Trinaldo's done a fair bit of wrestling because he's got so many fights in the UFC. My reference points, bearing in mind I haven't seen all of his fights. My reference points are the Paul Felder fight.
Yeah.
He got him down from the clinch. Heavy top game, not elegant, not sophisticated, but just heavy. Nice ground and pound. Got him up against the cage, controlled him against the cage, and it was just a handful. I know he got a takedown recently against the Herbert Jai. Was it Jai Herbert from England?
Jai Herbert from Birmingham, yeah.
I think he got a 1 takedown against him, or 2.
2, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's definitely got takedowns in him. He's definitely got a ground game. He's got pressure against the cage, which I think is largely a function of his strength. So in terms of the ground game, he's probably got the advantage over Salikhov, but it's not as if he's going to whip out some, fancy heel hook.
Yeah.
That kind of, I don't see that kind of happening.
Yeah, and Salikhov's takedown defense is 80%. So
yeah, I mean, Salikhov does everything to avoid going to the ground.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
But one of the things he does sometimes, he'll catch a kick and just throw you to the ground.
Yeah.
And he won't follow up. He'll just say, get back up.
It's very smart. What's the point? He just doesn't have the knowledge for it.
And that's the thing. He is smart. I think with all of his experience,
yeah,
he knows how to stick to a game plan. He does the same thing over and over again, which is, push you back, feint, try to elicit a response, and then counter you. That's all he does.
Yeah, his feints are very sophisticated too. Some of his feints. I mean, particularly as you said, given the competition isn't elite competition, I think he could give Trinaldo some serious problems with the feints.
Yeah, I mean, if Trinaldo bites on them,
yeah,
that's the thing. I mean, if Trinaldo, so obviously what Salkihov wants Trinaldo to do is to bite on a feint, counter, and then counter the counter. That's probably going to happen.
Yeah.
And with a bit of luck, Salikhov probably will catch him clean. Whether he can knock him out or knock him down is a different matter.
Yeah,
Salikhov's
tough.
Salikhov's got power, but it's not as if he's knocking people out in every single fight.
Yeah.
So the question is, if he doesn't knock him out, who wins? Does it come down to points?
Yeah, good point. And they both don't have the best gas tank. Both quite old.
I think so. Salikhov's gas tank is okay.
It's all right. It's not the best. I wouldn't say it's great.
If I remember,
but yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I was trying to think how he does in the third round. I think he does slow down a bit.
Yeah, he slows down. So does Trinaldo. The thing is, I mean, this guy's 42, 43. I mean, we've said this many times. You expect someone at that age, particularly at this weight, just to kind of lose it. There has to be a fight where someone at this age loses it. Just loses a step or gets knocked out.
Yeah.
Or something happens, right?
This is a thing, and this is more pronounced at the elite level. But in MMA, it only takes one little thing to slip for you to look like dog shit. It's a little too slow on the takedowns, a little too slow in scrambles, a little too slow with your hands, and everything changes.
Exactly.
It only requires just a little bit of change in something.
Yeah.
And this could be the fight for Trinaldo. You could say it was his last fight against Jai Herbert, because he was tired.
He got tired. He was getting tagged.
Yeah, he was getting bummed on the feet. And to be fair to him, he took it, and then he came back and knocked out Jai Herbert.
Yeah.
So he's a resilient old dog, but I mean, you could say that fight was maybe him declining. Finally.
Yeah. And this guy is bigger than Jai Herbert, and well, a very, very elite, experienced striker, and hits harder too. So
yeah, Jai Herbert, by the way, is a really decent fighter.
Yeah, he's a good fighter. Yeah, but that's at one. That was at 155, right?
Yes.
This is at 170. Yeah. They hit different at this weight division. Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Particularly Salikhov, he's knocked so many people out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you see this going? How are they going to clash?
I think Salikhov's going to catch him. I think Salikhov's going to catch him with a counter, and I think a stoppage is more likely than an outright KO.
Yeah, makes sense.
Trinaldo's got a very good chin.
Yeah, so I mean,
I can see Salikhov. It was one thing that you said at the start was that Trinaldo's game plan will just kind of play into Salikhov's hands. I think it will. Him going forwards, it just allows Salikhov to counter easier.
Yes, yeah. So Salikhov comes forward, pushes the pace. Trinaldo comes forward, pushes the pace. Obviously, they're going to clash, but that's not sustainable for the whole fight. Someone's going to go backwards, and someone's going to go forwards. Who's going to be the guy going forwards, and who's going to be the guy going backwards?
I think Salikhov will be happy to go backwards slowly.
Yeah, makes sense.
At certain points in the fight, I think he can do either. I think he can do either way. But I think Salikhov going backwards could be a good thing for Salikhov. Because if Francisco's coming in with a wild combination, I can really see Salikhov putting him away.
Yeah,
with a few counter strikes and some kicks possibly.
Yeah, I kind of see Salikhov coming in with a smarter game plan, and Trinaldo coming in with a not quite so smart game plan.
Yeah, it's just tough as shit, this dude.
Yeah, I think Trinaldo's best bet is trying to get this to the ground.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that. Yeah, has to get it to the ground.
Yeah, or balls to the wall, all out in the first round, and try and finish him.
I think that's risky for him.
It probably wouldn't work.
Yeah, I think Salikhov would finish him if he tried that.
Yeah, but over 3 rounds on the feet, Trinaldo's probably going to lose, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Can we look at the stats for Trinaldo just to see how much he lands?
Yeah, because Salikhov doesn't land much. So, yeah, I mean, Trinaldo lands slightly more than him.
Yeah. But by the way, so would you mind going to Muslim Salikhov's record? Because he lost that fight against Eliseu Zaleski dos Santos. He lost that.
Yeah, he lost that fight. I remember watching it.
That was a very bad decision.
Yeah.
So in my mind, Salikhov is actually 3-2 in the UFC.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
He's a decent fighter, that Dos Santos guy.
He is a decent fighter, but he's not a big name.
No, he's not a big name, no.
So I'm wondering, have we already seen, Salikhov struggling with a slight step up in competition?
Yeah, that's the thing. Is Trinaldo really?
Is he that step up?
I don't think he is. No. I mean, what has he done? He beat Bobby Green. Bobby Green's decent.
It looks like he lost that though on the stats.
Oh yeah, sorry, I don't know what I'm looking at. It looks like he clearly lost that. Yeah. I saw the 50 and the 31 the other way around. Bobby Green took him down twice as well.
And if you look at the next one against John McDessie, it looks like he lost that one as well.
And he was losing the Jay Herbert one.
Until he wasn't.
Until he wasn't. And he lost to Hernandez. And he's lost to James Vick. So he's not...
He's a journeyman. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, this is his first fight at 170.
Yeah, you've got to give the Salikhov, I think.
Yeah, I think I think he can't make the weight anymore. At that age, how the hell are you cutting weight?
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't make the weight anymore. He's probably thinking, let me have a few fights at 170, see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think given all the factors discussed, it has to be Salikhov.
Yep.
The question is, what are the odds? I'm assuming Salikhov's a favorite.
I would assume that as well. What odds would you give for Salikhov?
I think probably like minus 225 or something, maybe. Somewhere like in the minus 200s, I'd say.
Let's have a look.
Salikhov looks like he's had a rough life as well.
Yeah, minus 250 Salikhov.
Minus 250, okay.
Yeah.
And what is it? Have they? I'm assuming they have because it's Thursday. Have they got the odds up for a KO? A Salikhov KO?
Let's have a look. The odds aren't going to be great for this.
Yeah, probably won't.
Plus 140. No, that can't be right.
Plus 140? What the fuck?
Yeah, plus 140. I don't know how that makes sense.
Shit, these guys are big on Salkihov.
Yeah, plus 140. So, yeah, the odds are... I mean, it kind of makes sense if you're a bookmaker. Because how does Salikhov win? I mean, he could win a decision.
Could win a decision, yeah.
But yeah, those odds are not good. So basically...
What do you think? Sorry, carry on.
Probably risky risky parlay at minus 240.
Yeah, I think risky given Salikhov's pretty old as well and Trinaldo's very experienced and tough.
Yeah, I don't love this.
Yeah, same.
But I think it's okay for the risky.
Yeah.
The counterpoint, for a hedge. Trinaldo decision, but then Trinaldo can also get the KO potentially.
Does Salikhov get KO'd though? That's the thing. Has he been KO'd in his career? I don't think he has.
Let's have a look.
Well, not in his MMA career, possibly in Kung Fu and kickboxing because he had like 200 something fights.
He's been dropped in the UFC.
He's been dropped?
He's been dropped. Yeah.
Okay.
But not finished in the UFC.
Yeah.
By strikes, those.
Well, you could do that, I guess.
Yeah.
Ronaldo's not going to win a decision, I don't think. And he's not really a submission guy as well, as you said.
Yeah, so probably just... yeah, no hedge then, probably.
Yeah, probably not hedge. I think it's just... I think it's Salikhov in the risky.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
What's your official prediction?
Official prediction is Salikhov round 2 TKO.
I'm going to say Salikhov round 1 TKO.
Round 1 TKO. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Have you checked any of the other fights on this card?
Not really, no. I mean, I've been thinking about Sakai versus what's his name, Rosenstruik. Some people are hot on Sakai, and I kind of get that. Sakai, despite me, having slagged him off multiple times on this podcast,
Yeah, he's decent.
He's a decent-ish striker.
Yeah.
He's not a pushover. The things with Rosenstruik, I mean, how do we compare Sakai striking with Rosenstruik striking? Now, to me, that's a really interesting question because Sakai is more traditional kind of boxing. He does the basics well. He moves forward, head movement. He sees the openings, and it's decent. It's not. There's no fireworks, but it's decent.
Yeah.
Rosenstrike has got that killer one punch knockout power.
Yeah.
Counters beautifully.
Counters amazing.
Yeah, particularly that left check hook, the fadeaway check hook. And even when he got banged by Ngannou, he actually landed 2 counter shots like this as Ngannou's coming in, except, Ngannou hit him 10 times harder, so it was irrelevant.
Ngannou.
But yeah, it's 2 very different striking styles.
Yeah.
But again,
how's Sakai grappling? Because Rosenstrike's got nothing going on there.
I don't know much about Sakai's grappling, but being Brazilian, he's going to have some.
Probably should look into that.
Let me look at his topology quickly, just to see if he's got any.
2 interesting fights where there are wrestler/grapplers going up against more strikers, I would say. So we've got Marcin Tybura going up against Walt Harris at heavyweight. And we've also got Ili Latifi going up against Tanner Boser at heavyweight. Now, Ili and Tybura are both pretty good wrestlers. So those are 2 interesting fights. Who else have we got on this card? Amir Khani's fighting someone. He's also a wrestler fighting Kirk. I've never heard of this guy. Yusuf Zalal's fighting someone too.
So Zalal is the Moroccan who dances around a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Who we thought was good, and then he turned out not to be good.
He's decent. I just think he came up against that Georgian Spanish guy who was just a lot better than him.
Yes, the problem with Zalal is in his debut, I think he looked really good, fighting on the outside, popping in with a jab, the occasional kick. But the guy wasn't fighting back. Then in his next fight, the guy was countering and engaging, and he looked like complete dog shit.
No, I think he won like 2 or 3 in a row, and then he fought that guy, Topuria, that really good guy. Yeah, he won. Yeah, but you're right there. He kind of dances around. He lands.
Yeah, I don't like him.
He's not elite level. He's very young though.
Sean Woodson is quite a decent striker.
Sean Woodson, yeah, I don't know too much about Sean Woodson.
He's tall and long. So
Matt Kwan and Kirk would be one to look into. Amir Khan is decent overall fighter.
Doesn't he gas hard?
He does, yeah, he does.
Like in the second round.
No, he had that. Didn't he recently have that five-round fight with? No, he had a 3-round fight. Sorry. He had a 3-round fight with Barbosa, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah. Yeah. Barbosa being by decision.
Okay. Yeah, rings a bell.
Yeah. I think he did anyway.
Yeah. Amir Khani, he's a grappler, but doesn't have the gas tank of a grappler. So there's only so much he can do. Yeah. It's a fatal flaw.
Yeah. Pretty good on the ground, though. If you get someone in... He's good with some of the old submissions. Ili Latif against Tanner Boser. That's interesting because Latifi's a very good wrestler. Tanner Boser's a good striker.
Tanner Boser's a decent striker. He's not amazing. He's quick.
Heavyweight, right? So for heavyweight, he's pretty good.
Yeah. So the advantage Boser has is he's light on his feet and he's quick. So he's got that going for him. He's probably got a speed advantage.
And it would be a lot taller. I think Ili's like 5'10", if I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5'10", and he's 6'2". Tom Breeze is fighting someone. I don't know who that is.
Oh, Tom Breeze. I feel like I should know more about Tom Breeze than I do because he's British.
Yeah, I mean, I know a bit about Tom Breeze. He's been hit and miss in the UFC. Won a few, lost a few.
I feel like we've got a lot of guys, unranked guys from the UK who are half decent.
Yeah,
but not great.
The problem is we don't have a wrestling system. That's a huge problem. Everyone's fucking around in these BJJ gyms, but until like some serious wrestling starts in this country, not much will change. Ponzinibbio's back.
Yeah.
Fucked up in his last fight.
He was. I think we both bet on Ponzinibbio, didn't we? And he looked very disappointing.
He did.
He's lost his form completely. Yeah, he got banged, unfortunately, which is a shame because he had a really nice winning streak. He was looking really good.
He used to be a beast.
And he's lost all that momentum he had.
Roman Dolidze is decent. I don't know too much about Laureano.
Salikhov banged him. Salikhov banged this guy. He's not very good, I don't think.
Oh, okay. Roman will probably bang him then.
That's one hell of a that's good chest there.
Oh yeah, he's got the Georgian chest hair out. Shit, he's got a very substantial reach advantage. Actually, we should look into this.
Yeah, you're hot on Roman Dolidze. Why? Why is that?
He's from the Caucasus and he's got chest hair.
Basically, yes.
Basically. You said this Staropoli isn't that good.
Yeah, so. But Dolidze is 8-1. You know.
Yeah, he's not elite level, definitely not. But...
So he's beating Kardis Ibragimov, probably the worst fight in the UFC ever.
Oh yeah.
The Beverly Hills Ninja.
That guy's from Dagestan.
Yes, he is, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a very bad fighter.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about Roman Dolidze, to be honest.
What about this other dude?
Staropoli.
Yeah.
I watched this fight against Salikhov today. He's not that great. Staropoli. Yeah, I think he got dominated for 2 rounds. Came back in the third against Salikhov.
I think he may be going up as well. I think he may be going up in weight for this.
Yeah, that's probably not a good thing.
170.
He's difficult to back for me personally.
Yeah. Okay, who are these two?
What do you mean, who are these two?
No. Dusko Tudorovic has a Slavic name against Gregory Rodriguez.
I think Todorovic is what, Romanian? Or Balkan or something.
Okay, all right. Alan Patrick Mason Jones, know anything about that?
Nope, don't know those guys.
Nope.
Don't know those guys either.
Yeah. All right, well, I think we're done with... Let's recap the official predictions for Salikhov against... the fuck is his name? Trinaldo. I think Salikhov will TKO him in round 2. And Andrew?
Yeah, TKO or KO round 1. Yeah, counterpunch.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily... I'm going to put him in the risky accumulator. I'm not necessarily that confident, and I don't see an easy hedge. But still, I'll put him in the risky come and see what happens.
Yeah, fair enough. And thanks for watching, everyone. If anyone has any questions, please ask on YouTube. Sorry, we've been away over the last week or so, but we'll be coming back hot with more videos soon. Very hot. For the upcoming cards. So yeah, leave us a message. Also follow us on Instagram, grapplefk_media. Sometimes we put videos up where we do like 1-minute fight picks. So have a good time, everyone, and we'll see you soon. Bye.